What's up guys, and welcome to the channel. It's Ioana here, founder and CEO of Supwell, and today we're going to be diving into some of the best stable, neutral, and mild stability shoes on the market. Not every runner is a huge overpronator who needs a massive chunk of stability on the medial side of that shoe to help hold their foot in place, but most of us, at least some of the time, can benefit from having some stability elements on our shoe to help us stay grounded and feel comfortable when we're tired out there on those recovery runs or at the end of those long runs. So I've rounded up all the best mild stability shoes that will work for us neutral runners but keep us stable and supported. Let's get into it. So first up, we got the Saucony Tempus. The Tempus is a unique shoe from Saucony that uses two types of midsole foams. It has a chassis of firmer Power Run, which is the same foam that we see in the Guide, the Convara, and the Shift. And what this does is it creates a cradle for that softer Power Run PB foam, which is a PIBA-based compound, which is going to be softer and give the Tempus some pop. That firmer EVA-based Power Run is going to give you a nice planted feel on the heel, while that PIBA is going to give you a nice fast platform for when you want to pick up the pace. Alright, next up we got the Hoka Clifton 9. Now this is a neutral shoe, but it's a Hoka, so it has a wider base, it has a nice solid outsole covering with that rubber, and it's just a firmer EVA compression molded foam, so it's not going to squish and compress as much as other max cushion shoes. Now the Clifton is Hoka's tried and true daily trainer. In the 9th version here, we see them soften up the foam a little bit, but it still is that just classic Hoka EVA, so it's going to give you a firm planted feel. It's not the most exciting ride, but it has everything that you need in a daily trainer or recovery shoe to help you feel supported. It's comfortable and it's responsive enough if you want to do some strides in it. Alright, next up we got one of my favorite shoes, the Asics Gel-Nimbus 25. This thing is a comfortable monster. They should have named it the Comfort Monster. Shout out to On. And what this shoe does is it has a massive 41.5 millimeter stack of Asics FF Blast Plus Eco Foam in the heel, plus a gel unit with a really wide base in the back. So every time you land, there's just a lot of inherent stability and it will roll you through due to the 4-foot rocker. The Nimbus 25 is going to be great for recovery days, and if you're a bigger runner or you just like some cushion, you can use it as a daily training option too. Back to back, two of my favorite shoes here. We got the Saucony Endorphin Shift 3. If you've been following the channel, you know I just absolutely love this shoe. So the Shift 3 has a thick stack of this Power Run EVA based foam from Saucony and a plastic heel clip in the back. That's what's gonna add that stability, plus that wider flared heel, which make the platform, compress and split out when you land, so you're not getting any squirreliness like with some other max cushion shoes like I get in the Triumph. That's not the most stable, but the Shift is different because of that firmer, wider foam, and like the Nimbus, it does have that rocker to keep you rolling through. I personally think the Shift is one of the most versatile shoes on the market today because while it is oriented towards slower days, recovery days, and walking, it has that rocker and that Power on EVA foam. When you put some pace into it, it is responsive and it does pick up quite nicely. Alright, next up we have the Brooks Hyperion Max. This is a non-plated up-tempo shoe, one of the best in that category out there. Like a lot of Brooks shoes, it has some inherent stability due to that wider base and the foam that it's using here. It's called DNA Flash. It's a super critical foam that's not the squishiest and softest, but is very responsive, and it does help with stability due to the nature of the compound. It doesn't have any prescriptive stability elements in there like we see with the Tempus and that firmer cradle or the Shift and that plastic heel clip, but what it does have is a more stable feel than any of the other unplated tempo shoes that we see out there. So if you're looking for an up-tempo shoe without a plate, the Hyperion Max is a great stable option. Alright, quick detour to the trails. If you're looking for a stable neutral shoe for the trails, the Speedgoat 5 is a great option. It's almost like a trail version of the Clifton, and that's using that same type of foam, that compression molded EVA, a nice solid thick stack of it that's going to give you a cushion feel for any roots and rocks that you might be going over, and it has that same wider type of base to help you feel stable and planted when you land. Last here, we got a super shoe to help you feel stable on those fastest training pace days and on race day. That's the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3. This has a wider platform than some of the other super shoes out there, like the Vaporfly, for example. It has a really narrow heel. You're not gonna get that type of feel in the Endorphin Pro 3. It's great for heel strikers because of that wider heel. And similar to the other Endorphin we have on this list, the Shift 3, it has that great speed roll rocker that will help keep your foot in a line and rolling through all those different pace ranges. It also uses that Power Run PB foam that we see partially in the Saucony Tempus, and that's gonna give you a nice poppy feel paired with the carbon plate in here, which is gonna provide some rigidity, structure, and speed to the overall package. All right, guys, there you have it. Those are the best stable, neutral, and mild stability shoes. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Also, let me know if you've tried these and what you think. Thank you for following and liking. I will make sure to keep you up to date on the latest and greatest in the world of performance running.